All right, welcome back to Mastering MMA. I'm Coach Lee here with you again. This evening we are going to talk about finding the right gym for you. So what I'm talking about is there's a lot of different types of gyms. So, you know, not only styles, but just different atmospheres. Right? So you can go to a karate gym or a jiu-jitsu gym or an MMA gym or a boxing gym or whatever, right? So obviously there's different styles. Everybody knows that. There's also very different atmospheres. Actually posted a video in the Facebook group the other day of one of the guys that's considered one of the top Muay Thai trainers in the world. And, you know, he was kind of roughing up some of his students. And some people were talking about how much they love it. Others were talking about how much they hated it, and he was a horrible coach. Well, the thing is and I've kind of touched on it in some other videos, is that you can't treat everybody the same. Everybody learns different. Everybody has different emotions, things like that, right? The other video I talked about how, you know, I can have person A and tell them whatever they did was absolutely horrible. You need to fix that now, right? And they have a good reaction to that, right? That drives them, that pushes them. But if I said that exact same thing to person B, they would be upset about it, right? And it wouldn't push them to advance themselves. It would kind of push them back in a hole and have them not want to step out and train more, possibly even leave the gym. Who knows? So that's what I was talking about in the other video. Well, this kind of same thing's applying here, right? This guy was hitting guys with pads, and if they were off balance when they were throwing kicks, he would sweep them off their feet, you know, drop them to the mat, and then beat on them with the pads until they would get up, things like that. And it was like 50-50 down the middle on the comments. Is people either loved this guy and how he was training and they wanted to go train with him, or people like, this guy's horrible, why would you do that? This is the worst coach I've seen, right? It seemed like polar opposites on it. So that's what I'm talking about, the atmospheres, right? Those two different types of people shouldn't be in the same gym in general, right? They might find a gym that works for both of them. And sometimes that could be different coaches in the same gym that they like, right? One person might work closely with Coach A, one person might work closely with Coach B, because they're two different coaches. They treat them different, right? They have different personalities. All that plays into it. So that's what I mean by the atmosphere, right? I've been to some gyms, and they are very group oriented, right? They train as a team. Everything is let's push each other. Let's make all of us better, not just one of us. So that's kind of like one atmosphere that I've seen. But I've been to other gyms where it's kind of like, all right, everybody's for themselves. You know, you come in, this is the day we spar, we get in here, we beat each other up. Other than that, you're doing your own bag work, or, you know, whatever, you know, your partner off. But it's not so much as a team as an individual. And this is an individual sport, right? Combat sports in general are kind of considered individual sports. But we do have some that are team, right? I've seen team MMA fights. I've seen team grappling matches. So there is some stuff that is teamwork, but most of the competition stuff is very individual. So some gyms train very individual. They don't really train as a team, right? And that works well for some people, and for others it does not work at all. You know, some people have to have that team. I personally like the team atmosphere. I'm not opposed to somebody wanting to train on their own, and that could be done in a team gym too, right? I know, and some of that's just, you know, not wanting to be in the group as they learn. Some of us people just want to do their own thing, and it all depends, right? Different people have different reasons for doing the same thing. But what I'm getting at here is you've got to find what type of gym works best for you. Even when you're talking about gyms of the same thing, they might even have the same atmosphere, but they might not have the same goals, right? You got to find the gym that kind of aligns with your goals, and aligns with your personality and your beliefs on things. That's not to say you can't go to other gyms, right? I go to gyms that are completely different from what I usually train in from time to time, and I can enjoy myself, and I can learn from them. But it's not necessarily my thing, right? I prefer the team environment. I prefer let's push each other, let's lift each other up. Let's get through this together, and then move on, right? Train hard together, beat each other up together with the common goal of making everybody better, so we can go out and beat other people. That's kind of what I like. That's what gym I come from's like, and that's what the gym I'm creating is going to be like. Is team atmosphere, and we're going to push that really hard. Is the team, right? The group, the camaraderie, all of that. I think that makes for better fighters, right? When you've got that closeness and you can push each other and really make things happen. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about this evening. Let me know your opinions on this, right? Which type of gyms do you prefer? And as we're talking about that too, right? You can go to 2 different jiu-jitsu gyms. And when I mentioned goals before, I know one gym that is it's a jiu-jitsu gym, and it is very low key. They roll real gentle when they practice. They don't go wide open when they're grappling. There's spurts here and there, but they're very laid back. And I know there's a group that broke off from them that is a very competitive gym, right? Almost everybody in there is looking to compete, and win titles and medals and things of that nature. So they go a lot harder, right? They grapple harder. They push themselves harder. The cardio's more. But they were all once the same gym, right? They just went 2 totally different directions on it. And so you coming into this game, you should try, if you're new to it, you should try both gyms, right? See which one fits for you. And sometimes you might be in one for a while and realize like it kind of fits you well, but it's not getting you where you want to go, and you might need to look for a different gym. But so if you're out there, if you're moving to a new place, or if you're just getting into the sport and you're trying to find a gym, shop around, right? If somewhere tries to lock you into a contract right off the bat, I mean, not saying they shouldn't offer, or hey, like, come join this, but if they are like, sign now or you can't come back, they're probably not the gym for you. Those are people that are, in my opinion, are money hungry. They're not trying to put out the best product. When I've coached and taught people that I've worked with, I have always encouraged them to go to other gyms, and I've never worried about them leaving and not coming back. And I think a lot of that's because I knew I was putting out the best product I could do, and I was doing everything I could to make it a good thing for them. So, like, I've always encouraged my people to go to as many gyms as you can, right? Get as many different opinions and types of learning, right? And things of that nature from as many places as you can, right? I encourage my students to get online, watch videos. Just make sure you're watching legit stuff, and you can kind of tell. And if you're not sure, ask somebody that's further along in their martial arts journey than you are. Like, hey, is this good technique or is this trash? Because you can look at it and, some things might seem odd or something, but if somebody's got out a couple videos and you watch a couple videos, usually you can tell if they know what they're talking about or if they're just feeding you some trash. So if you're doing this, shop around, find the gym that's right for you. Don't walk into one gym and think that's what every gym's like either, right? I've heard many stories of people that have went to gym and got kind of a bad taste in their mouth from it, and then wouldn't go to any others, right? Try them out, right? It's so different. Gyms are like restaurants, right? You can have totally different restaurants. You can have restaurants that serve the same food that tastes different, because it's different seasonings and things like that. That's the way these gyms are. So if you're not happy with the gym you tried out, go try a different one out. But I would definitely encourage you all to go find a gym. figure out what you got to do, and some are expensive, some are cheap, and sometimes it's a situation of you get what you pay for, and sometimes it's a situation where somebody's just not trying to make a lot of money off of it. They're just trying to get there going, or maybe they're getting started and their rates are low, or maybe it's trash and they're charging an arm and a leg, or maybe they're one of the best gyms in the world and they're charging an arm and a leg. So you got to kind of figure out what works for you. But definitely go out and try to find yourself a gym. It makes a huge difference in your training. You get that camaraderie and all that, but when it comes to your training, you're going to advance a lot quicker. You'll have more bodies to work with, things of that nature. So definitely go try to find yourself a gym and try out a bunch. If you've got a gym you love, you should still go try out different gyms, right? Get different people's perspectives. And you can bring that back to your own gym and try to institute some of it if there's some things you like. Say something to your coaches or your owners or whatever it is. So that's kind of what I got for y'all today. Let me know what you think. If you haven't yet, hit like for me, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't. Please share on social media. Join the Facebook group. Lots of awesome stuff in there. If you Google Mastering MMA, click on reviews, leave me an awesome review. That would help me out a lot also. And if you would like to tip, there's a link down there for PayPal. So that's what we got for today. I'm Coach Lee. We'll catch you next time on Mastering MMA.